Welcome and a really warm welcome to today's masterclass, to this week's masterclass even. And today I'm going to be talking about how you can get seen and heard by more of your soulmate clients. And that's what we all want, isn't it? We want ways that we can really easily and gracefully connect with our soulmate clients. So I'm Rachel Smith, business grower, and I work with female entrepreneurs who are all in to grow their business to the next level and who are looking to generate consistent months of 5K and beyond. I absolutely love working with these women who are ready to take action. So over here on my page, every single week, I create a really succinct masterclass where, less than 10 minutes, I'm going to share some content with you that you can go and implement in your business and make a difference. So we are talking today about how you can get seen and heard by more of your soulmate clients. This is vital. It's absolutely vital every single week to be connecting with your audience. And I'm even going to go say that it's absolutely essential to connect with your audience every single day. And now that might feel really, really overwhelming, but when you've done the things that we're going to talk about today in this masterclass, you will be able to create content and connections with your audience really, really easily. It's only when you don't understand what you want to say to them or how you're going to connect with them that actually creating that content, creating that connection starts to become a struggle. So why is it vital right now for us to get seen and heard by our soulmate clients? There's so much about this, isn't there? When I first started off online a few years ago, it was really simple just to show up a couple of times a week and create some content, put an offer out there, and thank you very much, you had clients. But there are more and more people using the social media platforms, the marketing strategies that we all use here online and offline as well. And it can feel like it's a very, very busy marketplace. It's not to say that there's a lack of clients, but from a client's perspective, there's plenty of people to choose from. So with your strategy in terms of your visibility and your marketing, you really want to be working really, really smart. Now, I am not an advocate of being chained to your desk. It's Friday afternoon, and what have we got to? Just after 12 o'clock, and I have spent most of today away from my desk already. I've got a couple of hours sat here this afternoon. But generally, I am a massive advocate of spending the time that you need to in your business to do what you need to do, but to work as smartly as possible and to create, real freedom and flexibility in your business. So actually, you live your life as well as running your business. So let's talk about why it's important to be focusing on this idea of getting seen and heard by your soulmate client. The obvious things is that you start to get to be known, and people understand what it is that you do, people understand if you are for them, and it means that when you actually get to a launch, that launches suddenly become a whole lot easier because you're not having to go out there and reintroduce who you are and start to build up your reputation in order to sell something. When you're actually doing the work all the time, in and out, inside times when you're launching, but also times when you're not launching, when you're consistently connecting with your soulmate clients and creating ways for them to connect with you and for them to receive information that's worthwhile, you are going to have a really loyal audience who will start to know and trust you. So when they are ready to come and invest with you, they're in a great position to do that. And what I see so often is that people are so busy, they're so busy online, that often their whole idea of constantly and consistently being available and having content that helps and supports their client just feels like a too big a kind of burden to have. But this is the way that we connect with our audiences. Now, the kind of marketing research out there indicates that if you are selling to females, so I sell to female entrepreneurs. And generally, people want anywhere between kind of 13 and 27 touches before they're ready to buy from you. So if you think that you can like disappear off the internet and then reappear with an offer and people are going to come flooding to you, that's actually not true. Or if you're running a Facebook group and it's not very active, but then you've got an offer that you want to take to them and you just take it to them, people that they've kind of fallen out of love with you a little bit. So the things that I'm going to share with you this afternoon will really help you to get seen and heard by more of your soulmate clients, but allow them to kind of fall in love with you and to be ready to come and work with you the next time that you actually have something for them. And that's kind of what you want to do. And the first thing is that I want for you to think about your own experience. So think about what happens for you in order for you to be ready to buy from somebody. And you will get a whole load of ideas about the things that flick your switch into buying and investing that you can use in your own business. So I understand as female entrepreneurs, it can feel like a challenge to be visible. It can feel like a challenge to go out there with launches. But just think about it from your perspective. You know, what does it take for you to actually like, know and trust somebody sufficiently that you are ready to invest? And think about, you know, things that are a similar price point to the product that you've got in mind to actually go out to your audience as well. And that really starts to give you an indication of how much of this work you need to do in advance of any launches. So let's get into the 3 strategies, the 3 tips that I have for you for, you know, really getting very consistent with being seen and heard by your clients, making your launches way easier than perhaps they currently feel at the moment. And the first thing is that you really need to understand who your soulmate client is. And when I mean really understand them, it's like, you know, understand who they are, you know, as a person or as the problem that you're there to resolve. And really get to know them as much as possible. It could be that you are your soulmate clients a few steps behind, or it could be that you're not, and that's absolutely fine. And you just want to get into a position where you truly know who your soulmate client is. And you can do that by doing research, you can do that through doing interviews, questionnaires, or you could just think back to, you know, the people that you're currently working with. And it's really looking at your soulmate clients and understanding what your role with them is. What do you have that will make a big difference to them in their business or in their life, however you support them? And it's about becoming strategic. And there's a fantastic kind of saying out there about a lot of marketing, especially when people aren't working particularly smart in the marketing, is that a lot of people, you know, like, oh my God, I've got to put something online, and their marketing, their visibility and the message can feel as if you're just spraying and praying that it's going to work. And I'm sorry to say that it's not. It's going to be a kind of a bit of a waste of your energy. So it's really thinking about, you know, who your soulmate client is and putting them at the heart of everything that you create in terms of content. The second kind of tip is about a word that I've mentioned quite a lot already in this live stream, which is about consistency. It just is, it's hard work for your audience and for you if you disappear off the radar when you don't have something to sell. So the smart way to actually approach this is to have a strategy and have a plan where you are creating content every single day, every single week, even when you are not launching something. So you are constantly giving value to your soulmate client. And that just means that actually when you get into a launch mode, yes, you're going to step up your activities, yes, you're going to be doing more, but it's going to be way easier for you to call in the people that you want to be part of that launch and to be listening to your message of the promotion that you have right there and then. So consistency is absolutely queen, and that you do not need to kill yourself over creating a load of content. And I've got something that's going to help you about that, because I understand that that's a massive struggle. So at the end, I'm going to share a free resource that I have for you that's going to help with all of this. The third kind of tip around getting seen and heard by your soulmate clients is to always come from a place of service. And this is something that as female entrepreneurs we do really beautifully. We're naturally kind of engineered to serve and nurture and look after our audiences, our soulmate clients, the people who we absolutely love to work with. So in terms of actually coming from a place of service, that's all you have to do, is to think, like, how can I serve my audience in a really, really impactful, brilliant way? And it starts to allow you to create content and opportunities and connections with your audience that actually has meaning. The research is demonstrating over and over again is that people feel very limited with their time. So they're only going to read something, watch something of yours where they know they're going to walk away with some steps that they can actually use, or a new thought process, or a new way of looking at a situation that currently feels like a challenge. So I always say to my clients is always think about, like, putting your soulmate client at the heart of everything you do, and come from a place of service, and to be very strategic about your content, and even strategize your Instagram stories and your Facebook stories, so that you are constantly showing up and adding so much value that people are like, oh my God, this is the free stuff. Can you imagine what the paid stuff is like? Or I understand that this person has got like maybe a new take on something for me, and that's what I need right now. Now, you've heard all of this before. You've maybe even invested in programs that have talked about your visibility, talked about you putting your soulmate client at the heart of it and becoming more strategic and so on. But my kind of challenge back to you is, if you've sat and watched this masterclass and you're nodding away and you're going, oh my God, that's definitely things that I have heard before, what is it going to take for you to sit down and actually do it? And this is the biggest problem that I see female entrepreneurs having, is that the very thought of sitting down and planning and being quite strategic just feels like a mind kind of challenge, that people are like, I haven't got time, I've got to just get on, I need to, and what I've got is this absolutely brilliant opportunity that the first week in April, I'm running a Grow Your Audience Bootcamp. It's a 5-day bootcamp, and it is free. And in that, I'm going to share with you how you can do this. So you don't have to do this on your own. You can come and join me for free in the bootcamp, and for 5 days, you're going to receive content like this. You're going to get doable actions every single day, and by the end of it, you will be working smarter in your business. You will be pulling your content together, and you will be using your content to connect with your audience, grow your audience, and really get them into a position where they are ready to buy from you all the time. So if you like the sound of that, I'm going to put the link where you can sign up for free and get all of the details about that bootcamp. It's going to be absolutely epic. So just to summarize the key points that I've made on this masterclass, that if you are ready to get seen and heard by more of your soulmate clients, the 3 kind of tips and strategies that I have for you is, number 1, be really clear about who you are talking to and what your role is with them, what you have on offer for them. Number 2 is about consistency. Consistency is queen here. It's not just about creating content and connection, just before a launch or during a launch. It's all the frigging time. You want to make it as easy as possible for yourself and for your audience to know if they're in or they're out when it comes to coming and working with you. And number 3 is coming from a place of service. Always think about how you can deliver content that is going to be meaningful and worth your clients sitting down and reading or watching. Okay, that's it. Check out the link that I'm going to put in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you over in the bootcamp when we get started on the 1st of April. Bye for now.